Right, in today's friend my vlog.
YouTube friend.
Oh, friends. Should we just go with it?
Yeah, we're on with that. Yeah.
In today's vlog, my friends, I'm off to East Bergholt from right here in Worcestershire. Warwickshire? Where are we?
We're either in Worcestershire or Herefordshire.
It's one of them.
One of the shears.
Anyway, the amount of mileage that I've got to get there, I'm going to tell you how many miles it is. It is 193 miles. Why did I think that this was on the way down to...
Well, you did say that you were going to pop down on your way to Ipswich, and I thought, all right, fair enough.
Well, it's
Nowhere near.
It's nowhere near.
Not on the way at all.
Never been good at geography.
It's in a massive L shape across the country.
So, at the moment, it is 7 minutes past 12, right? It says I'm going to get there at 27 minutes past 3, but that doesn't apply if you've got an electric car.
No.
So, it's 193 miles. It says I'm going to get there at 3:34, right?
Okay.
But the
Time
reality
stamp.
is,
Remember
time
this.
stamp. Yeah, I've only got about, I'll tell you in the car, about 90 odd miles of range, I think, something like that.
Yeah.
So I've got to charge on the way. And also, tomorrow, because I'm going to go and see my mate Damien, who's over from America, right? I've then got to go from there to Kingston on Thames. So in the morning, I don't want to be waiting around charging. So I need to charge when I get there as well. So that's 2 charges that I've got to do, not 4, 2.
So each of those charges you've got to do is going to be roughly what? If we say half an hour,
Yeah, 40 minutes.
that
really.
adds an hour on. You should be there by 27 minutes past 3. So really, you should be there by 4:30. Remember that, 4:30.
So 4:30. Don't forward to the end. What time do you think I'm actually going to get there? What are you betting?
I think another hour on that. I think it's going to be 5:30 when you get there.
Oh,
because I know you. But the thing is, if I did it in my 7 Series that we've just been in on the channel, I'll be there by 3:15.
You reckon?
Yeah, I'll get there at 3:15.
You wouldn't stop. You'd just keep going.
Not on that. Now, a bit of fuel because it's low now, but I'd do that in one hit.
Right. So, guess us down below what time you think I'm going to get there. It's now 10 past 12. I'll see you in the car. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button. This is Jeff Buys Cars. Maybe you should buy me a car instead of this thing.
I'll keep offering.
He's not coming with me because he ain't got the time to waste.
I've actually got the perfect car for you. You're going to have to come down maybe next week because I've got a car that your viewers would just love to see you in. I'll send you a picture of it later on and you lot will love it.
Right.
In fact, if you're watching, it's a 1999, I think, Suzuki Wagon R. And if he doesn't know what that is, but if you know what that is and you know how small they are and how boxy and you'll know how funny, he will look in that. So if you want to see the MacMaster driving a Suzuki Wagon R, let us know in the comments below and we'll send him on a road trip. I'll drive this.
The funny thing is, I could get there in that quicker than I can get there in a 130 grand Taycan.
That's right, yeah. But it looks good. Yeah.
That was good. So, I better get in, because people are going to go, well, you're wasting time now.
Get on the road, always be charging. Go on.
Always be charging. So hit the subscribe button, subscribe to Jeff Buys Cars. Now, without further ado, my friends, let's go.
I'm going to carry on working on my camper van now. Oh, it's like a Le Mans start, look at him running to his car. Come on, get going. You've got to get to that charger before all the others.
Right.
On your way. Right, fire up the engine. No, I mean turn the battery on. Switch it on. Connect the mains. Listen to it go.
See you later.
We'll job that out.
Oh, hang on.
Now you need your camera, mate.
I need my camera.
Bye.
See ya. Right, okay, so we've got 50% of charge, 109 miles of range, 193 miles, which way am I going here? 193 miles to get to our destination, 3 hours, 27 minutes. So come on, onwards, my friends. So I've actually put regen on the car, so we're getting power put back into the battery as I'm driving along. So like when I'm going downhill now, I can feel the car braking itself and automatically slowing with the, I think it's when the motor's actually, it gives resistance and then puts power back into the battery. So I'm doing that. It felt a bit weird at first when I first had the car, and I never used regen. I just used the brakes on my car. But you do actually, get used to it. You take your foot off of the accelerator and you can feel the car slowing down. It feels a bit odd because it doesn't really freewheel it. Well, it does, but there's a resistance against it. So, but it puts more power back in the car. It's a bit like a dynamo, is it, or whatever? Dynamo. Anyway, but there we go. So I'm using that to try and get as much power as I can get and as much charge in the car so I can get there, because as I say, it says 340. Jeff's saying realistically around about in the 6 o'clock time. I want to beat that, and I want to prove that I can do it in record time. So, for those of you who are not from the UK and you're watching from around the globe, we're actually going from the west over towards the east. So we're going west to east. We're going actually now towards Worcester. And I have to say, it is a beautiful part of the country, and I'm going to say England, really. I know we get a lot of grey days, but when the sun shines, it's a gorgeous country to be in. Worcestershire, you've got Nottinghamshire, Yorkshire, of course, also Cumbria. Beautiful places around the UK, and I'll encompass Scotland in there as well, Northern Ireland, Wales, you know, everybody. It's a beautiful place to live. I mean, just look at this. I can actually feel my car slowing down as soon as I take. Would you like that? The regen braking. Take your foot off the brake and you can feel it do that. Let me know in the comments section. Anyway, have a look out the window. You don't want to look at this. Look at the beautiful countryside. It always makes me uneasy when I'm out in the sticks like I am now, and I'm not in towns or cities when I'm driving, because I know in a town or a city now, pretty much you're going to be able to charge your car somewhere. Even if it's a slow charger, it doesn't matter, because as an emergency, all right, you're wasting time, but at least you're not stranded totally. Whereas if you're out here in the sticks, then you start getting a little bit nervous. And I can see on my map here that I'm miles from any high-powered charger, but at the moment I'm 97 miles of range, 44% of battery. But I know that that will go down. It's not exactly going to be right, because any hills, etc., it takes more power, and obviously that'll drop, so your mileage will go down a lot quicker, your range will go down a lot quicker. So that is what makes me uneasy when I'm out here. And we're going from the sticks over in the west to the sticks over in the east as well. And the last time that I went to see my mate Damien, because he's at his mother's, he's over from America, I'd only just got the car, and I almost ran out of battery because there was hardly anywhere to charge. I made a video on that one. It was yeah, it was not it wasn't fun, I have to say. And looking on the maps now and reading up, that area over there in East Bergholt, over that way, is oh, I've got to get this phone. This is the boss, her indoors. See you in a minute. Right, I'm actually going to pull in here because I've got 76 miles of range, 36% of battery, but on my dash there it's saying there's a high-powered charger here at Hopwood Park Services. It's one of them services where you don't just pull off directly, you come off, go round a roundabout and then get into it. I'm not keen on them. I'm being a little bit fussy. EV charging, here we go, apple green. Don't think that's going to work on my Porsche charging card though. But anyway, at least it's a charger, so let's go and charge. Remember, always be charging. I'll let him cross and the dog stop for a wee. Right, milk float off. I'm hoping now that it's going to reach. Otherwise I might have to go around the other side, and I'm probably sticking out here actually because the car's that long, but I need to be as far forward as I can get to get the lead in. Right, milk float off. Come on, onwards. No, I'm actually stuck out miles. Just have a look at this. I think I need to pull it forward a little bit. Right, now the thing is, I need to get this cable, which is really heavy, right round, come on, round here. Put that down there, like that. It's actually, I'm going to have to put it over my bonnet. Let's pop it there like that, and then try and slot this in. Can you imagine doing this if you were disabled? Right, that's in. That's going to scratch my paintwork. That's not great. Right, select a connector, which is A. Will it use my Porsche charging card? That's the thing. Let's have a look. Tap your RFID. Not authorised. So, A. Gonna have to try again. It says please unplug your vehicle. Just try doing this first. Try again. No. No, nothing. Home. I've got to unplug it. Right, unplug and plug in again. This is scratching my paintwork. Now let's try again. Connect to A. Come on. I've paid via card. Communicating with the vehicle. Charging error. Error. Right, I'm gonna have to unplug it and try a different one. Come on. Unplug. Close it, lift this off of my bonnet. Get in there. Right, back in the car, round the other side. Oh, and you'll get the evangelist saying, oh, he's done that wrong, he should have done this, he should have done that. I should have done what? Right, let's reverse this back. You see the people over there in the Teslas, look? Maybe I should have just got a Tesla, eh? They just pole up and plug in and away they go. Right, here we go. Let's get round here. And, oh dear. Let's see whether one of these other ones will work. Oh no, now I'm going, you can't go in that way. I've got to go round. That's the exit only, so I need to go back round again. Right, milk flow off. We'll try again. By the way, it says here if you download the app you save 5 pence per kilowatt, but then you've got to give them all your credit card details and all your information, etc. It's crackers, isn't it? Let's give it another go. Come on. Right, let's try again. We're at least a little bit closer this time. Now I might try the Porsche charging card again because that seemed to error. Now I'm charger B. The crazy thing is, charger A is charging this car here, which is a Vauxhall, I think. And I can stop that charging, which is wrong. I'm not going to do that. So I need to go home and then go to charger B, because if I press the wrong one, it'll stop that car charging. Right, you see it says stop charging, so I don't want to do that. We need to go home, charger B, and then charging summary, home, finish B. But I want to use B. I need to use B. Right, I've unplugged it from there. It now says available, so I'll press B and it says you can use your RFID tag or your credit card. So let's try my Porsche charging card again. Right, not authorised, so we're on B, press B, available. So I'll pay for it with my card. Okay. Come on. Pay by card, which I've done, I'll do it again. It's not doing anything. Processing, remove card. Well, it's contact. Wrong card, try again. It's not the wrong card. I'm using my Revolut card. Processing, remove card. Wrong card, try again. What is going on? Apple Green, you suck. Right, I'm going to leave it. I'm going to go for a wee and we'll have to charge somewhere else. I'm not making this up. I'm not acting. What a load of garbage. Now, there are some grid serve ones there, but they're low and medium, and I need high powered when I go to the loo, and then we'll get back on the road. It actually stresses you out, EV ownership, and makes you angry. I'm like coming down the escalators and the guy's not moving, he's not walking, he's just stood there, and I'm like, get out of the way, get out of the way, I need to get back on the road again because my car won't charge, and then the doors won't open. It just stresses you out, gives you high blood pressure. Right, thanks a lot, Apple Green. Back on the road. Gotta take this jacket off or fleece off. Really stressing me out now. That's 20 minutes wasted. Right, back on the road, and let's stop at the next one. I've got 78 miles of range and 36% of battery, so let's just get out of here. What an absolute joke. Now there's somebody reversing. Get out, just go, get out of my way. Good grief. Come on, how long does it take? 42 turns. Oh, That's it. Oh, somebody else coming now. Onwards.
One of us. One of us. One of us.
I'm going to say, a lot of the problems with electric cars do come down to the infrastructure, because you're messing around trying to find different chargers using different apps. You either using an RFID card or using your credit card, and it's an absolute nightmare. Whereas Tesla, and I'm not sticking up for Tesla, have got one type of charger. You don't use any card. You drive up to it, plug it in, it recognises your car, and it bills you at the end of the month. So easy. And your car will guide you to that charger and tell you when you need to pull in. These things are just an absolute joke. You've got Apple Green, you've got InstaVolt, you've got what's the other one? Apple Green, InstaVolt, GridServe, you know, BP, Pulse. There's just an amalgamation of different chargers, different apps, and different ways to pay. And that is what the problem is. It needs rectifying. It's the infrastructure. But really, I mean, just put petrol in your car and just get on your way. It's comical actually to see people there sat around in the car just waiting. It's like you can hear the crickets going, can't you, and the clock ticking as time goes by. It's crazy. Some of them will be there like half an hour. Surely you've got better things in life to do than charge your car. Now I know the evangelists are going to say now, well, there's a biggest charging hub in England near Birmingham NEC. Yes, there is, and yes, I've used it before. But the issue is, you turn off to go to that charging hub, you're going to end up in mega traffic jams, because you're near the airport, you're near the train station, you're near the NEC, and it is an absolute nightmare. So that's going to add even more time on my journey, which is not what I want to do. So Morag, if you're watching, Morag is an obsessive evangelist, then that's the reason I'm not doing it. And your other evangelist, that's why I'm not doing it. I want to just pull over and pull off at the service. Well, I don't want to pull off at the services because I'd probably get arrested for that, but I want to pull in at the services. And although probably most evangelists do pull off at the services because they are, I can't say that, but ends in curs. But anyway, there we go. Where am I going with this? I just want to get to my destination. 152 miles to my destination, 30% of battery, 65 miles of range, and it says I'm going to get there now at 6 minutes past 4 in the afternoon. And I want to get there, I want to have a pint with my mate Damien. I don't want to be fannying around at a service station sat with a load of other evangelists wasting their life. You can imagine them, can't you? Sat there charging. I've said before, they cut the crust off the sandwiches. I've been through that before. They sit there, pack their own sandwiches, cut the crusts off, and then they sat there with a copy of, you know, EV Weekly or whatever, and you know, and he's there going, oh Maureen, look at this, it's the latest Polestar, and she's going, oh you filthy animal, Derek. It's just, they get obsessed, don't they, with EVs. It's like some kind of, I don't know, well, it is. They're evangelists. They're, you know, it's a community. They even call themselves the EV community. Good grief. What a load of cockwombles. I will say though, Where are all you Tesla owners since Elon Musk has been in the White House, eh?
And I just want to say thank you for making it happen. Thank you.
Where are you? It's like you've lost your voice. You've gone all silent. I mean, come on. You know, you can't just go into hiding because Elon Musk, your great leader, is in the White House. I mean, good grief. Come on, pick a side and stick with it. No! I've taken the wrong turning. Oh, that's added another 10 minutes on my journey now. Oh, I don't believe this. Right, come on. I'm all stressed out. I've got 62 miles of range left. Right, well, I've pulled in here and all I can see here is Instavolt chargers. Now, if they work with my Porsche charging card, then that's happy days because it'll be less money. But if not, there's grid serve over there as well. And if not, it's going to cost me a blooming fortune. But anyway, I need to get some charge in, even if we don't charge it fully. Got to get some in. 21%, 46 miles of range, and it is now 1:59. So milk float off. Now the big question is, will it use or will it take my Porsche charging card if I can find it? Where did I put it? Left it in my pocket. Come on, no time to waste. Authorizing. Plug in. Right, if this works, happy days, because that means I get it for cheaper. Waiting for EV. Come on, waiting for EV. Charging! It works with my Porsche charging card! Get in! Hang on, it says, it just came up on here, reduced charging in infrastructure, so we're not getting full power. We're only getting 82 kilowatts. It says reduced charging in infrastructure. Damn! So there's basically not enough power on the grid for all the cars that are charging, so it says reduce power on infrastructure, so we're only getting 80 odd kilowatts, which is going to take ages. So it's now 2:05, so I think we're just going to have to put in as much as we can and then get on the way and try somewhere else. Now I'm just trying to get some internet connection so I can check my car whether it's been charging or not, but there's no internet connection, no 5G signal. We know 5G is rubbish anyway, and also can't get Wi-Fi, so I don't know what my car's doing because I can't get a connection. Oh, there you go. You have to sign in with your Facebook, which I don't want to do, or give them all your details to get online. Monster Munch, chicken triple and a Ribena, £9.30. And that does not even include the Vaseline to stop the chafing. Right, back to the car. I couldn't get any internet connection, so I don't know what charge you're at, but as I say, it's charging slowly because of the infrastructure. But I'll eat these and then we'll get back on the road and we'll have to try elsewhere. But I've got to say, this is probably the biggest charging nightmare that I've had. Biggest ever charging nightmare that I've had. Look at this car here. He's winging it. Anyway, the biggest charging nightmare that I've had since I've owned this electric car. Anyway, let's eat these. Oh, there we go. At least it's useful for one thing. It's a table. Let's have a look what charge we're at. 45%. Still only getting 83 kilowatts, which is ridiculous. And all these cars will be getting exactly the same. Now then, what have we got in here? And I kept my crusts on mine. I don't cut my crusts off. Here we go, we've got sweet corn, we've got chicken, mayonnaise. On brown bread, Ribena Light, and Monster Munch grab bag. Now the grab bag is basically smaller than a bag that you used to get in the 1980s, because you open it up, it's all air, and there's about 12 Monster Munch feet in them. But I'm going to say this, pickled onion, it's the only way to go with Monster Munch, and you know it. Oh yeah, that is good. You see, if you was filling up with petrol, you wouldn't even need to stop and you wouldn't appreciate your Monster Munch. Do you know what? It's made me think. While I'm charging, it's given me time to think this. I wonder whether Monster Munch all have 4 toes on them like that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. All got 4 toes. There you go. I might get asked that in a triv question, right? And people who drive petrol and diesel cars won't know the answer, but I will. Ha! There you go. I'll pop that in the bin. 4 toes. Somebody else coming in to charge up, which means it's going to take me even longer to charge now, because they're going to drain more power from the grid. This is not good. Not good at all. It's now 2:23, we're wasting time. Jeff's going to be right. Oops, spitting on my car. Probably the best thing for it. I'll tell you this as well, but don't tell anybody else. This is secret within the EV community. Nobody else knows this, but every evangelist has 4 toes also. On each foot. Lady over there, She's just pulled in and plugged in, looked, gone over, got a Starbucks. She keeps coming out and looking to see whether the power is going to increase. That is really annoying. I mention it on all my videos. This is to the person in the EU, right? I'm just going to take it off. Before, I'd actually put it back on the bottle. Now I won't. I'll just throw it in the bin separately, just to be annoying. I think she's going to come over and ask something. She's taking the coat off now. She's here for a while. I think she's given up. She's unplugged it and now she's looking at the screen, wondering what's going on. You see, I'm not making any of this up. If you're thinking of getting an electric car, then this, my friends, is your future. This is your life, my friends. Stood around, waiting in a service station for chargers that don't have enough power because the grid can't provide it. Do me a favour, share this on social media and show people the true reality. She's off, she's given in. Yep, she's off. Let's have a look what we're at, because I can't wait around any longer. 73%, 167 miles. Do I just wait a little longer? 86.7 kilowatts. Have a look just in case Morag's watching. Hi Morag, and says that I'm lying. I feel sorry for the lady though there, because she's gone and bought a coffee thinking the car's charging, come back and gone, oh, it's only giving me 80 odd kilowatts. So she spent money on a coffee. And then if she gets to the next place and her coffee's gone cold, she's going to have to buy another coffee. Hey, I tell you what, you know what they ought to do? Give free shares out in coffee shops to anybody who buys an electric car. This is your life. If you're charging, love, good luck with that one. I'll give you about 2 minutes before you leave. Mind you, she's probably adding about 3 hours onto the time by reversing. It'll take about 2 hours 50 minutes. Come on, reverse. That's it's added loads of time onto a charging time. You're about 6 foot away from it. Keep going. She must have parking sensors on it. I'm bored. It's 2:33. I've got to get to my mates. Could be in the pub. Honestly, and you get these EV channels that show you how wonderful it is to own an electric car, how easy it is, and always be charging, and it's charging when I'm in bed at night and I get up and I'm fully charged, you know. And it makes you wonder, are these people paid by the EV industry and the government to push the EV agenda? Because the reality of it is far from what they're telling you. They're making it out it's all rosy, you know. It's not. It's an absolute nightmare. 4 years I've done of this. 4 years. I've took one for the team, so at least give us a thumbs up. I might as well go and have another wee. You know, make the most of it. Somebody else waiting around for the car to charge? The future's bright. It is if they set a light, isn't it? Right, well, got a little bit more time, might as well have a cornetto. Reminds me of Hot Fuzz, that actually.
You want anything from the shop?
Cornetto.
Anything from the shop? Yeah, cornetto. Right, here we go. Got to be a strawberry one, hasn't it? Although I was going to get a Magnum one, a Magnum ice cream. Hey, what's going on there? They put like white chocolate on the top of it. unless, oh, I better put this in the bin. Bear with me. Ah, I'm all sticky now. Right. £2.90. What charge are we on? We're now at 241 and we're at 91%, so we're getting there. Getting 90 kilowatts now. I think it's because they've finished. Right, so it's at 97% now, so I'm going to stop it and get back on the road, and it's now 2:48. So where's my post charging card? I have to present that again. Right, let's pop this back. Other side. Right, come on, onwards. Oh. Right, 249, 98% of battery, 221 miles of range. So let's pop this back in and it'll tell us what time we're going to get there. There's a it's nice to know people have got a sense of humour still, you know. There's a lady over there praying and on a mat, and I said, and she just finished, and I said, can you do you mind saying a little prayer for me to get my car to charge to 100% faster? And she giggled. Come on, onwards. Oh, right, and before I've got Dave on the phone, before anybody says anything, by the way, what I said back there to the lady wasn't racist. It was nice, peace and love to everybody. She laughed, she thought it was funny herself, she drove an electric car. You've got to be ever so careful these days, Dave.
You have, haven't you? Yeah.
You can't say.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, everybody. You sound like a blooming one of them children's TV hosts. Hello, everybody.
Oh.
Hello, Billy.
Hello, Johnny.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, everybody. Hello, children.
Hello, children. You can't say that now.
You can't
say that now, Dave. You can't say that. You can't say anything. You can't say anything. Manhole. I've just gone over a manhole cover, Dave. Oh, he's gone. Do you know what? The signal nowadays, I don't know whether you think the same as me. Mobile phone signals, since they've gone 5G, is absolutely terrible. Can we just go back to 4G, please, when it worked? You know, the thing is also, when you fill up with petrol or diesel, you have to, by law, clearly display the cost of petrol or diesel per litre. And with an electric car, that's not the case. It's not clearly displayed. Now, I don't know exactly what that charge has cost me just yet. I have to wait for about an hour with my Porsche charging card for it to register with the app, upload, and then I can have a look what it's actually cost me. And a lot of the places as well, you have to go into the menu and it'll tell you exactly what it is per kilowatt, etc. But it's not clearly signposted and clearly displayed. You have to go into menus, etc., or look on the little you know, where you tap it, contactless part display. And I think that is wrong. It should tell you exactly, very clearly, in larger letters for people who haven't got bionic eyesight, what it actually is going to cost you. Now, I'm going to put on screen here right now what it actually cost me for that charge back there, and then you can work out basically what it would have cost you in a petrol or diesel car. I'm going to turn that down a bit, actually, I'm getting cold. So there we go, let me know. Right, we've got 94% of charge, 203 miles of range, 131 miles to go to see Damien at his mum's. And he's just texted me actually, so I can't see the information on my screen. But anyway, oh, there we go. It said we should get there at 5:22. So that's not in the sixes like Jeff said, but it is about 40 minutes to an hour after what it actually initially said. So there's no doubt about it. Having an electric car adds time onto your journeys, whether you like it or not. This is not about electric cars. This is going back to about what I said to Dave, where you can't say anything these days. Let me know in the comment section. Tell me if I'm wrong, but do you not find that people these days, they're more miserable than they were back in the 80s or 70s or whatever, or even 90s, I'm going to say? Because you can't say anything, you can't have a joke about anything. And people have a joke about me, and it's, you know, online in the comments, and I find it amusing, I laugh along with it. But you can't say anything these days. You can't do anything, you can't say anything. Plainclothes car there, or whoever it is, undercover police, in a Ford Cougar or something, is it? That's weird. It's not electric, otherwise they'd never catch you there after it, would they? Anyway, but you can't you can't say anything these days. It's like I told Dave that I said about that praying back there, and he went, oh, you can't say that. I said, but she laughed. She found it amusing. He went, oh, I'd cut that bit out. I said, but why? Because she laughed, and it is amusing, it's funny, and it's not having a go at her. And it's things like that. And I think that's why people are miserable these days, because it's this, they call it woke, don't they? But I don't know what you want to call it. You know, it's just stupidity, isn't it? Because you can't laugh at anything. It's like there was I watched a TV program ages ago with Ricky Gervais called Extras, and there was a scene in it with Keith Chegwin. I can't really put a clip of it in because I think a lot of it's been taken down off of YouTube, but he has a joke about, and it's not taking the mickey, I can't really say it, but have a look, Keith Chegwin clip, Extras, and if you can find it on YouTube, it's funny, it really is. But you would not get away with saying anything like that now. I can't say it because I'll end up having this taken down, and it's to do with electric cars. But you know, you can't say anything. There's nothing funny anymore because you can't joke about anything. It's absolute madness. When did that start? When did that all start, where you can't say certain things in case you offend somebody? You know? But where do you stop? Because something might offend somebody and it's not really offensive, but you offended them because you said it. There's nothing that you could say to me that would offend me at all, because I don't care. It is what it is. Say what you want. You know, anyway, rant over. Just let me know in the comment section, you know, when did that start where we can't have a laugh about stuff? You know, the world really is changing beyond recognition, and I don't think it's changing for the good. And you can say I'm whinging or moaning, I'm not. I'm just pointing out of where the world is going. We're being pushed into having electric cars. We don't really need them. We don't want them. They're a solution to a problem that doesn't really exist. I've said before, the government's green agenda is that, greenback. They're only interested in green. It's all about the money. My mum used to say that before she passed away. It's all about the money. That's how she used to say it. And it is, because that's all the governments are bothered about, lining their own pockets. They're not interested in whether you know, an electric car is going to save the environment, because at the end of the day, we won't make a jot of difference. If everybody in the UK has an electric car, makes no difference. If China and America doesn't do it, it makes no difference. It's pointless. So they're pushing us into this, and we're in now where we've got, you know, I used to love London, and since you've had Sadiq Khan, he's absolutely ruined it. We've got fire brigade and ambulance coming by now. Something has happened up ahead, I think. That's fire service, and that isn't a good sign. And then we've got fire again behind, so I'm guessing that's an accident up ahead. Yeah, but the whole world just changed. I mean, my daughter messaged me this morning, my 11-year-old daughter Harriet up in Leeds. Oh, the teachers are checking my bags, Daddy. They're checking everybody's bags for, and I can't say it because if I say it on here I'll get banned again. They're checking for rhymes with strife or wife. You know, they're checking for, or wives, they're checking for, you know, them instruments in the bags to make sure they haven't got anything. And I said, good, let them check. But we're in a, when did that start? When I went to school in the 80s, nobody ever had to check our bags for that. I mean, what did we have? We might have had a catapult or an elastic band that you'd flick at people, but I think we're just, honestly, we've gone wrong somewhere. And I think it is down to the fact that you can't say this, you can't do that, and everybody is pressured. It was better times when we all had a little bit of a laugh and a little bit of a giggle. And yeah, there's been crime about, but not like there is today. Crazy. My dad actually said, without being too depressing here, before he passed away, I remember him saying he got to his 70s or 80s and he said, I've had enough. He said, I've had enough. And he says, I feel sorry for the younger generation. And I do. I feel sorry for the younger generation having to grow up with crap cars, you know, appliances that aren't really cars with a sound and an engine to them. You know, they've become an appliance rather than, you know, an enjoyment, a tool that you enjoy. You know, it's supposed to get you from A to B and you're supposed to enjoy it, not stand around waiting for it to charge. Anyway, rant over, but if you don't agree with me, let me know in the comments section. And if you've got this far and not switched off, let me know.
So energy companies can pay you for it.
Listen to this.
Power is all of that at the touch of a button.
Listen.
Hive's Ecotech range gives you...
Talking about heat pumps, talking about electric car chargers, talking about solar panels. They're brainwashing us. And then the next advert and commercial will be on there will be for an electric car. You won't go throughout today without seeing a commercial or hearing a commercial for an electric car. They're brainwashing us. Got a little bit of a traffic jam here, easing up though a little bit. I don't think it's the accident. The fire engine and that went down there. I'm just looking on my ways here and I think it's easing up a little bit. So it still says we're going to get there at 5:21. I think Jeff said it was going to be in the 6s, wasn't it? But I don't think it is, and we're good for charge now. 80, all right, somebody should give me the thumbs up there. 85%. T9 van. Yeah, I wonder whether make a comment. That is a cool number plate, T9 van. Right, hello T9 van, I know you'll be watching. Leave a comment in the comment section down below. Right, where was I? 84% of battery, 181 miles of range, 105 miles to go to my destination. We'll be there at 5:22. Might be a little bit later, dependent upon traffic situations, etc. So come on, onwards my friends. Right, well I need a wee, there's no other way of putting it actually. So I'm going to pull into the services here, which is Cambridge, and if I remember rightly, they have Ionity chargers here, so I'm down to 69%, and as they say, always be charging, so I might as well stick some charge in while I have a wee. And then get back on the road again. So, you know, I'm doing it the evangelist's way. I think this is the right one. Do you know what? I've actually missed the exit. That's 2 wrong turns. What a complete cockwomble I am. I mean, because it takes you around the roundabouts to get to the other side of the road, and I'd gone anyway. I've missed it. I'll have to go to the next one. At least I'm not in a. It's not urgent. I've got 68% of battery. 149 miles of range, so I just thought but I do need a wee. That is quite urgent. I need one of them portable man loos. What I'm hoping to do, that might have been a blessing actually in disguise, because when I get to East Berghole, to Damien's, who's come over from America to his mum's, we're then going to drive down to Kingston-on-Thames tomorrow. So the more charge that I have, because there's no charger at his mum's house, the more charge that I have in the morning, the better it will be, because we can get straight there, or as quickly there as we can anyway. We may only have to put 1 charge in because we just want to get to our destination. So if I'd have charged up there really at 66%, not really what you'd do. You'd probably let it go a lot lower than that and then charge up again, because it's pretty pointless, because once it gets to 80% then it starts charging slower. So I'm doing what the evangelists say really, although they do say always be charging. They kind of change their mind, don't they, as to how it suits them. Anyway, come on, onwards. Right, we are now in Suffolk and there is a services here, so I'm going to stop at the services, have a wee. Damien's asked me to pick him a menthol vape up or something, so I'm going to get that for him if they have one. Never bought a vape before, or cigarettes, because I don't smoke and I don't vape. Sounds like that Adamant song, doesn't it? Don't drink, don't smoke. Well, I do drink actually. That's my vice. Right, so let's pull in here. If there are any charges, I will put a little bit of charge in. If not, doesn't really matter. I shall charge up tomorrow. So here we are. Right, milk float's off. Let's go and have a wee. I don't think there's any charges here. Let's have a look. Look at all these smug people though, just pulling up and charging. No, not charging, just filling the car up with petrol or diesel. Hey, it's a brilliant idea, that, isn't it? Right, back on the road. Got my randoms and my Haribos and that vape, I don't know what it is. Confused me. Isn't that a brilliant idea though? Just pulling in, filling up and going. Superb idea. Maybe that's the future. Right. Ooh. Onwards, my friends. Gotta say, I do love a random. Sarah got me into these randoms, and then I like Haribo as well. The Tangfastic, is it, or Fantastic, or whatever it is. Like them, but you can't beat the originals, can you? Years ago, Opal fruits.
They're so fruity, they make your mouth water.
Opal fruits made to make your mouth water.
And they changed them, didn't they? So what is it? Starburst. And then you've got, what else have you got? Spangles. You remember Spangles?
Suck a spangle, get happy.
Classic. So, almost there, 50% of battery, got another 28 miles to go, 34 minutes, 111 miles of range. What you've actually seen today and what you've learned from today is that not all the chargers are that straightforward. You've got to use different apps, different cards, so there's no standardization throughout. When I got there, it wouldn't even work with my Revolut card on my Apple Pay, on the Apple Green one. And then when we got to the other chargers, which was the InstaVolt, yes, it did work with my Porsche charging card, so we got discounted charging. You'll have seen that earlier on in the video. I actually showed you how much it cost. But the issue there was that the voltage that we actually got, it was, or the charge that we actually got was slower, because there wasn't enough power in the actual charging network. So yeah, so that's the issue that we had. There was too many people charging in that area, so I couldn't get full power, so we had to wait longer. So all these things and all these problems that we encounter are what you are going to encounter in the future when you are made to have an electric car, unless we actually now stand up and say, no, we're not doing it, we're not having it. Stick your electric cars where the sun don't shine. We're having petrol or we're having diesel, because we've seen it before. Gordon Brown in the UK, diesel is better for the environment. You need diesel, we'll give you tax, you know, cuts on a diesel car. And then years later, well, you missold a diesel between the years of whatever and whatever, and they turn out that they're not better for the environment. So don't listen. Go and get yourself a nice petrol or a nice diesel car. Right, so we are here. 38% of battery, 84 miles of range.
In 1,000 feet.
We now have got literally, well, half a mile to go, so we're almost here. And it's now 5:27, so 5:27, 38% of battery and 84 miles of range. I'm saying I did it before. I got to 6 o'clock, which is what I believe Jeff said. So I made it before 6, although it was an absolute nightmare. Now, we'll say hi to Damien in a minute, as that's why I've come here, to see my mate Damien. Go, aren't you straight in it?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's just do it now.
All right then.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Damien, I've come all this way for you.
I know.
I've come all the way. Now, how many pubs are there here?
First off, why are you in my mum's garden?
Why am I in your mum's garden?
I mean, my dad's been dead 10 years, but wait a bit longer.
I've come all the way. First of all, I've gone to see my mate first over in, was it Worcester? Warwick? Worcester? Warwick?
Right.
Worcester? One of them.
Warwickshire, you said it was Shakespeare land.
Warwickshire then. Right, and then I said, well, I'm going to nip down to see my mate first on the way. My geography's not that good. Because it's not on the way, is it? It's like that.
No, you got the west coast and the east coast.
Yeah.
And we are on what I used to call sort of the bum of England.
Yes.
Being correct on my language there.
What TV channels do you have here? Is it Anglia?
Anglia. The night.
The night. That's
Tale
it.
of the century.
Yeah, from Norwich.
And now, from Norwich, it's the Quiz of the Week.
It's the Quiz of the Week.
But we don't like Norwich because we're 8 miles from Ipswich.
Now, Tractor Boy.
Yep.
That's your name.
We're shortly to be back in the championship, but we shall see.
You're below Forest, though, aren't you?
Way below Forest, there's about 16 teams are. But anyway, we're now redoing Escape to Victory, hopefully.
Excellent. Right, now then, we're going to the pub. I'm going to finish this video off. I'm not taking you guys with us because I'm tired and I've been filming all day.
And you won't be able to stand up in the pub.
And you won't be able to see anything.
And it's, yeah.
Because you don't have electricity down here.
No.
No, you see, and that's all about electricity because this video is about a car video.
Ah.
And tomorrow, I'm actually going to film us going to, where are we going tomorrow? Your geography is better than me.
We're going to Hampton Court.
That's it. Hampton Court, which
South
is
London.
near Kingston on Thames.
Kingston, Surbiton, Richmond, around that area.
Okay, very posh.
Very posh indeed.
So we're going to drive over there. We're going to take you guys with us. But the problem is going to be is, last time I came down to see you, I almost ran out of charge.
Thanks.
So it's going to be an interesting one. So join us for that one. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. And I'm going to go now because he didn't sign up to have a camera stuck in his face. Make sure you hit the subscribe and give us a thumbs up. And thanks for watching. And show people the true reality of EV ownership. Don't miss tomorrow's video. Bye-bye.